people of the newly conquered city stood nervously in front of Lin Tian, all of them lowering their heads while trying to hide their fear. Among the crowd, a fat middle-aged man cautiously stepped forward. Lin Tian glanced at the number floating above the man's head, showing an overall ability score barely above 1,000. Weak by his standards, but at least the man still had enough courage to speak despite shaking from fear. Lin Tian quietly observed the humans for a moment. Even though they were weak, he could still see a little backbone in some of them. After a brief silence, he calmly decided that this man could temporarily act as the leader responsible for managing the humans. The fat man instantly became more nervous. Lin Tian casually asked if his name was Charles. Charles hurriedly nodded. Before the man could panic further, Lin Tian calmly explained that he had no interest in slaughtering them. What he wanted instead was for them to increase food production and livestock farming for the Goblin Empire. The humans stared at him in complete shock. Grow crops? Raise animals? For a moment, nobody could process what they had just heard. In all their years living through war and fear, no monster ruler had ever asked humans to farm peacefully instead of turning them into slaves or food. Seeing their stunned reactions, Lin Tian simply stretched out his hand and scattered several seeds onto the ground. Then he instructed Isabella to use healing magic on them. Standing beside him, the beautiful blonde woman immediately obeyed. Soft green light flowed into the soil as healing magic continuously poured over the seeds. Under everyone's shocked gaze, the seeds rapidly sprouted. Tiny green shoots burst from the earth before quickly growing into fully matured golden wheat. The humans watched with wide eyes. The wheat looked healthier and richer than anything they had ever seen before. Every grain almost looked like a precious gem. Charles nearly lost his balance from shock as he stared at the harvest. He excitedly exclaimed that if every seed produced crops like this, a single harvest could feed an entire family for years. The surrounding humans became emotional as well. Some even started crying after seeing such an enormous amount of food appear instantly. Nearby, several people dug potatoes from the soil and quickly discovered the harvest output was several times greater than normal. Lin Tian simply smiled faintly and explained that these were specially enhanced magical seeds. As long as the humans continued selecting the best crops and replanting them generation after generation, food production would keep increasing endlessly. The humans began looking at Lin Tian like he was some kind of divine figure. Many immediately dropped to their knees while loudly praising him and celebrating the rise of the Goblin Empire. Lin Tian only chuckled lightly and told them not to get emotional too quickly because he still had more things to show them. After saying that, he ordered the humans to follow him. Soon, Lin Tian led them toward a large fenced enclosure. Inside were several huge wild boars with glowing red eyes and violent tempers. The beasts slammed against the fences while growling aggressively. Charles quickly warned Lin Tian to be careful because wild boars were notoriously difficult to raise. According to him, they were aggressive, reproduced slowly, and even produced lower quality meat than cattle. Lin Tian simply smiled after hearing that. He told the humans they were thinking too simply. The reason livestock remained difficult to manage was because nobody had ever seriously tried selecting and evolving them properly before. Before anyone could fully understand what he meant, Lin Tian casually stepped over the fence and walked straight toward the raging boars. The humans panicked instantly. Then dark energy suddenly burst from Lin Tian's body. The charging boars were slammed into the ground almost immediately, their legs breaking under the crushing pressure. Lin Tian calmly looked down at them and casually remarked that once their legs were broken, they naturally became obedient. The humans watched the terrifying scene in stunned silence. Afterward, Lin Tian finally explained his real plan. Through controlled breeding over several generations, the wild boars would slowly evolve into domestic pigs. Pigs reproduced rapidly and produced large amounts of meat, which would completely solve the empire's food shortage problems. The humans became overwhelmed with excitement. Many shouted that Lin Tian was humanity's savior. Others emotionally declared they wanted to devote their lives to the Goblin Empire. Some women in the crowd even excitedly yelled that they wanted to give birth to dozens of children for Lin Tian. Hearing all of this, Lin Tian quietly smiled to himself. This was exactly the result he wanted. Once humans became emotionally attached to the Goblin Empire and dependent on its prosperity, controlling them would become far easier. Not long after, Lin Tian returned alone to the palace and quietly activated his system. A glowing blue screen immediately appeared in front of him. The system announced the start of a simulated life scenario. According to the simulation, the Goblin Empire entered a period of rapid expansion under Lin Tian's leadership. Humans began reclaiming huge areas of land for farming, increasing crop production by more than 300%. Every household received livestock to raise, and living conditions quickly became far better than in previous generations. At the same time, large numbers of women voluntarily entered reproduction centers, hoping to bear Lin Tian's descendants. Meanwhile, prisoners captured from rival kingdoms were kept alive and assigned as future labor workers. Half a year passed rapidly inside the simulation. The first massive harvest exceeded all expectations, causing food reserves across the kingdom to overflow. Goblin armies expanded every single day while new cities rapidly formed around the capital. The system eventually summarized the results, stating that after 1 year of development, the Goblin Empire's foundation had become completely stable. Both the economy and military strength were now growing at astonishing speed. Soon another system notification appeared, asking whether the user wished to continue into the next storyline. Lin Tian calmly selected yes. The moment he accepted, dazzling light exploded around him. When the light faded, he found himself seated on a grand throne while wearing magnificent royal clothing and a golden crown. Below him, countless citizens shouted his name while praising the greatness of the Goblin Empire. Lin Tian slowly opened his eyes and looked down at the cheering crowd. In a calm voice, he declared that although he was still the Goblin King, anyone who became a citizen of the Goblin Empire would receive his protection. Then his expression turned colder. He warned everyone that his mercy only applied to his own people. Toward the humans of foreign nations, he would show absolutely none. Instead of fear, the crowd responded with even louder cheers and admiration. Standing high above the kingdom while endless praise echoed through the city, Lin Tian quietly smiled to himself as the Goblin Empire officially began its rise.